All right, we're back here on Sportsline. Phone lines are open, 737-7767, if you'd like to chime in on the conversation. Talking Preds, big game last night, huge win on Kevin Fiala's goal in double overtime. He becomes just the third Predators player ever to score a game winner in a multiple overtime game. Matt Halischuk did it several years back for the Predators. Mike Fisher did it 2 years ago in that wacky triple overtime game, which remains the longest game in franchise history. Just 85 minutes of action last night, not 106 or 9 or whatever that was when Fish put one in against San Jose a couple of years ago. This series all tied up, 1 apiece, headed to Winnipeg tomorrow night for Game 3 at 7 o'clock. Got in the locker room last night, talked to the hero of the game, Kevin Fiala, as he spoke to the media after the second overtime winner of his career.
Yeah, the second in a row. I mean, very happy that we won. You know, that's all that matters. It was a huge game for us to tie it up, and 1-1. It was just very big for us.
What did you see on that run?
I saw 2 against 1 with me and Smitty. Great play by Kyle to chip it, and just was hoping for a pass for him, and he saw me and just made a move and scored a goal.
You've talked about the frustrations of the playoffs for you individually so far. Is that the type of play that can get you going, you think?
Kind of. I mean, I think our line played a great game last game too, and this one is going to keep us going for sure.
What's it say about this team, the way it ended in regulation, that you came back and you controlled play in overtime and ultimately got the win?
Just great character, you know. I think everybody, they tied it up late, and we just came back, and we kind of didn't care, you know. Just play our game, just stick to it, and play our details, you know. And we know what we have to do.
What's the mindset going to Winnipeg now, 1-1?
Steal for sure. Win the next one. That's the mindset.
Do you feel like the physicality definitely picked up in this game?
Yeah, maybe. I think it was a faster game than a physical one. I thought we played a great job. We did a great job, you know, and we try to be physical. If they want, we can play whatever they want, kind of.
It was a physical game last night. It was a fast game. It was an intense game. There's a little bit of everything in that, and I had people on their seats throughout. The Predators shaking off that late goal, coming back, showing resiliency in overtime, and figuring out a way to get it done. We also mentioned the top line of the Predators, which was so good last night. +6 across the board. No one better than Ryan Johansson, who scored 27 seconds into the game to get the Preds on the board. Also gave them the lead in the third period, just 34 seconds after the Jets initially tied it at 3 with a highlight reel goal. Joey stepping up again and proving why the Predators gave him $64 million over 8 years last summer. Definitely an $8 million center in this series. He played like it last night, and he spoke like a leader after the game in the locker room as well. What's the emotion when you see that go in the net? It's over.
Huge. It's awesome. You know, it's really important. You stay focused with an even keel, but you know you got to enjoy the big plays and the big moments, and definitely, you know, a great feeling in this room right now, and. Yeah, huge play by Kev, and what a pass by Smitty too. That was unbelievable.
What's it say that the way it ended in regulation, this team fought back, had chances, and won it in overtime?
Yep, resilient. We've been like that since we've been put together as a team, and that's hockey for you. Ups and downs, and you know, adversity you got to fight through, and all that matters is we won tonight, and the series is 1-1.
You guys have always talked
your line mates tonight. You and your line mates, the way you guys played.
Yeah, those two are unbelievable. I know we talk about those guys for days, but as a line, we need to step up our game and take it to another level, and you know, feel like we you know, we did our thing tonight and then supported each other and worked for each other, and found a way to produce too.
You guys have talked about in the playoffs you have to earn every little thing, and you guys did that tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a game of mistakes. There's things we're going to look at and we're going to continue to try and fix. And there's 20 great hockey players over there that'll make plays as well. But you know, great job by our group. Just keep fighting and staying focused and staying the course and getting the job done tonight.
Johansson has put the puck on net in this series, and that is something the Predators have talked about, is just creating havoc for Connor Hellebuyck. Make him turn you away on those shots. He was brilliant in Game 1 with 44 saves, which was a career playoff best for him. But eventually you keep those chances coming, and you're going to get higher and higher opportunities. You're going to get some rebounds. You're going to get chances to put the puck in the net. That's what the Predators did last night. Johansson has been chief among those. Sometimes he is criticized for passing too much and not looking for his shot. Last night he looked for a shot, and he got a couple of them to go home. Victor Arvidsson also looked for a shot on an odd man rush and beat Hellebuyck on the glove side to give the Preds a 3-2 lead briefly there at the end of the second period. He also had an assist in the game last night. And the other guy on that top line, Philip Forsberg, contributed assist on all 3 of those goals. Made some really nice plays in terms of passing and puck handling to set those guys up. Forsberg, of course, normally known for his goal scoring, but he can be a distributor as well, a playmaker last night on the ice. And here was Philip Forsberg talking about the Preds getting this win in Game 2.
No, I thought we played better. I thought the first game was a little too slow for us and got going today, and obviously, yeah, huge impacts by both Arvi and Joey in this game.
You guys are really relied on for scoring on this club, even though you have depth. Is this kind of a way to wake up for you guys here?
I mean, I think obviously we're gonna need everyone, including us, to produce, and obviously you see us score a couple goals. Saw a lot of lines carrying the weight in the first round, and obviously Kevin and Terry's line, they're coming up with a huge win. So I think that's it's got to continue like that.
What changed for you guys going into overtime? You guys weren't too happy about the third period, but what changed?
No, I think we kind of sat back a little bit too much, especially after we scored that leading goal, and yeah, just let them dictate the game. And after that, I thought we kind of went back to our game and played pretty good in the OT.
Philip, what's the emotion just when you see that final goal go in and you know it's 1-1 now?
It was big, definitely a big win. Yeah, obviously rather go back there 1-1 and then 0-2, and yeah, looking forward to next game.
What's he just say about the resiliency in this room, given some of the ups and downs within this game, that you could stick with it in OT?
It says a lot. I think obviously we knew it wasn't going to be all clean. It's going to be hard fought. I mean, that's what makes playing the playoffs so good. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, and obviously they came back, but yeah, we never stopped believing, just kept playing.
You do never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. The Predators came out like a house of fire on Friday night in Game 1. They fired 45 shots on net, 32 through the first 2 periods, yet they were down 3-0 because the Jets were opportunistic and Connor Hellebuyck stood on his head in that game. Winnipeg gets an empty netter late. The Preds got a goal in the third period. Final score ended up being 4-1. Predators controlled much of the puck possession in that game. At times they dominated that game, but the Jets were the opportunistic team with the better goaltender on that night, and they won. Last night, I thought Winnipeg was a considerably better team. Played a much better game last night, but the Preds also elevated their game. They had much more high-quality scoring chances last night, and they were able to beat Hellebuyck with some of those. Even then, it goes to overtime, despite how well the Predators played, because they just couldn't close it out there at the end of regulation against the extra attacker on for the Jets, as potent as they are on the top of their lines. So you go to overtime. Anything can happen at that point. The Preds come back out with confidence and aggression, and they ultimately win the game. To do that, though, they needed Pekka Rinne to stand up, because the Jets brought shot after shot after shot last night. 50 in all, forcing Pekka to stop 46 of them. That was a career playoff high for him. And after the game, Pekka talked about the importance of the Preds getting that win and evening the series.
Yeah, huge. I mean, he's a guy who doesn't. He loves those moments. You know, he wants to have the puck on his stick. He wants to be out there in OT. And last year against Chicago, he you know, that was at home, and then tonight that was a huge goal. You know, it just shows that he's not afraid of those moments, and he wants to be out there.
What did you guys talk about there after the third? You mentioned you guys were kind of disappointed in how you played there. How did you change that around going into overtime?
Well, I think you just try to stay in the moment. You know, you realize what the situation is. Being down 1-0 before this game, and you know, having the opportunity tie the series in OT. So I think that was enough motivation for us, and I thought that we did a really good job in OT, both of them, first one and the second.
Frank, y'all talked about you got to earn everything in the playoffs. Y'all earned this victory tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams played hard. It was at times it was physical and it was a good speed and a lot of chances, a lot of goals again, and it was a emotionally up and down game, and it was a huge for us to be able to pull that one out.
It was huge, no question about it. The Predators even this series up at a game apiece, and the resiliency was mighty impressive. A big part of that the guys pointed to comes from the locker room. These guys have been through battles before. Think about this for a second. Last night's game was the 100th playoff game in Predators history. 50 of those games have come under Peter Laviolette in the last 4 years. The vast majority of the nucleus in that room has been a part of that, and has been a part of it with each other and gone through the battles with each other to get to the Stanley Cup final last year, to play a triple overtime game against San Jose a couple of years ago, to play in game 7s. All of those things are experiences that they take. Last night's game was game 11 in the postseason history of the Winnipeg Jets. So I thought that experience was obvious. In some of the tight moments last night, I thought it was really clear when they got to overtime and the way the Predators played, and at times the way the Jets made some mistakes. And it was an impressive performance of the way the Predators shut things down. And again, it goes to the experience, and it also goes to the leadership in that room of knowing what to say to guys when, how to push each other, and what to expect from one another when you get back out on the ice in that situation. And a lot of the credit to that goes to Roman Josi, the young captain of this team. Took over for Mike Fisher last year when he initially announced his retirement. It's a good leadership group. It's a deep leadership group that goes around the room and includes Pekka Rinne and Ryan Johansson and those guys. But Roman Josi deserves a ton of credit, and here was the captain after the game.
You go through a couple and you try to just keep playing the same way, and it definitely helped us from last year.
You talked a little bit about the performance of the first line tonight. Roman had 8 points and really kind of stepped up when you needed it.
They were great, yeah. I mean, I thought Joey was great. Phil, Arby, all of those guys. I mean, they played unbelievable, and yeah, they came up big for us tonight.
Roman, what's just the emotion when you see the puck in the net? It's a 1-1 game at that, or it's a 1-1 series at that point.
Well, just happy about the win right now. We knew it was a big game for us. You don't want to go down 2-0 and go to Winnipeg, and yeah, it was a big win for us. Great character win after they tied it late. I thought we played well in the OT, and yeah, huge win.
It could have been a real gut punch when they scored at the end of regulation. What's it say about the character in this room to come back and control at times in overtime to score?
Well, I think this group does a good job just looking forward. Obviously, never want to give up a goal that late, but yeah, we just kept pushing in the OT, and then there's nothing you can do about the goal. You just gotta go out there and get that goal. And like I said, I thought we did a great job. We had a lot of chances, and finally got rewarded.
Is your countryman getting a little bit of a reputation for an overtime?
Oh yeah, yeah. We told him before. He's done it before. He knows how to score, and he's done it again. And yeah, really proud of him.
A Swiss captain, proud of his Swiss compatriot, Kevin Fiala, for scoring the game winner last night. Got to take a break here. When we come back, we'll switch gears, talk NFL draft for the Titans and John Burton's one-on-one interview with the team's top pick, the 22nd overall selection in this year's NFL draft, linebacker Rashaan Evans. We'll get to that and more when Sportsline continues after this here on News Channel 5+.